Sounds good. Well, hello everyone again. My name is Alida. I'm here in Ottawa. Is my, I guess, hometown and where I grew up. And my business is called Growcer. So, how this all began, I was actually a student, just like all of you, at the University of Ottawa, and we were working with a, I guess, side organization at the time that was interested in social entrepreneurship. So what that means is you're interested in building a business like some of those great minds you see around the world, but rather than it just being about profit or money, it's actually about building on social issues or environmental issues or anything that you think is really important. And that was something that was really valuable to us. We didn't just care about building a business. We wanted to build something that had an impact. So for us, it was how could we help our environment and how can we help our fellow Canadians with something that might be a challenge for them. And what that challenge was, we learned, was food insecurity, which I hear is what you guys are all learning about this week. And something I did not know was that Northern Canadians have such a challenge with food insecurity and have some of the highest rates of food insecurity. So being unable to access fresh or affordable food, or just being able to go to a grocery store, which we have the luxury of doing here in Southern Canada, where I am. And it was something that really bothered myself and my business partner. We said, why don't Canadians like us have the same access that we should all be able to have? So that started our business in terms of saying, okay, how could we do something about this? And that's how we learned about hydroponics. And so for those of you who might not know, hydroponics, or I guess you saw the video now, it's growing food without soil. So it's usually very specific plants, so a lot of leafy greens like lettuce and arugula or spinach, herbs, and what are called brassicas, so things like broccoli or cauliflower, things like that, all around the vegetable family, if you will. And that was where we got started, because in a lot of these northern communities that we were working in, they don't have a very long growing season, right? There's not a lot of soil, or it's all very frozen throughout the year. So you need to find ways to be able to do so in a new way, because you can't be able to do it in the ground like you might be able to do elsewhere around the world. And so that's where we got our idea. And now it became the product that you saw in the video, which is a 40-foot shipping container that is able to grow food year-round without having to be able to rely on soil or sunlight, because everything is provided to the plants within that controlled indoor environment. And the plants can happily grow in temperatures like you saw in Churchill. They go to minus 55 degrees Celsius. And then all the way up in the summer, in around the 30-degree mark, the plants have the perfect environment to be able to grow no matter what it is outside. And so now, that was about 4 years ago, and so now we have just over 20 installations across Canada, from all the way on the west coast to the east coast, from BC to Nova Scotia and up to Nunavut and the Northwest Territories. And we're growing, and we're trying to see how much more impact we can have by allowing other people to grow their own food locally.
You had a question?
Their participants?
I like a question.
You have a question. Okay, go ahead.
So what is the amount of weeks of the growing season of Northern Canada? What is the amount of weeks?
That's a good question. It really depends on the area, but it's not very long. The type of crops that you can grow, you can't grow very deep in the soil, especially if you're very far up in Nunavut, because the ground is frozen year-round. So you have maybe, I want to say this isn't scientific or completely accurate, but you probably have about maximum 8 weeks or so. So 2 months where you have a good growing season. But mostly you can do greenhouse and things like that, where you can have deeper soil to be able to grow.
That's why the shipping container is so important, though, right? Because you extend it. You can do the whole year growing season.
Exactly. Yeah. So rain, shine, or snowstorm or blizzard, the plants can happily grow year round. So we're able to do it 365 days of the year.
Wow. There. So world-changing cat. That's the answer. That comparing an 8-week growing season, if you're trying to grow outside, to a 365-day growing season. That's pretty cool.